My name is Will Cavada. I've been teaching for 15 years. And one of my big pushes is getting students to be creative, which is, I think, one reason why I went into teaching and art particularly. I think everyone is challenged with how to be creative. In order to get students to sort of be creative, I think at first you just let them draw the way they want to draw. You let them put their ideas on, and you don't say it's not a great drawing or, well, that's not correct. Just let them sort of experiment. And it's okay that it's not a Picasso in their first piece. It's just getting there, letting them express themselves, and hopefully as they progress they start to develop skills in terms of visual communication.
When it comes down to me, creativity is doing what you want to do and having no limits on it. You can never, there's no such thing as a bad idea. If you feel that you can do it and you want to do it, then go do it. That's how what Cavada taught me. Like, if I had an idea and I thought like, oh no, it's not really something I want to do, or I don't think I should do it, Cavada would be like, if you feel like you can do it, or that's what you want to do, then go do it.
Anybody can express creativity by simply drawing, photography, film, voice, singing, talking, just giving a speech. There's so many ways to express your creativity, it's not even funny. There's graffiti, there's art, there's sculpting, there's even sports is a way to show your creativity, your strength, your knowledge, and there's so many ways you can express your creativity.
When it came down to Cavada's class and what he taught me is we always did something that nobody else had done. Like, we don't like seeing the same thing over and over and over again. It gets too repetitive, and that's what Cavada taught me. Like, he taught me how to go out of the normal, like think way outside the box, not just like here. We think way outside the box, stuff people have never seen, because when you do things that people have never seen, people start to get interested and people start to love different things. Like, at first people did not like vampires and people weren't that into sci-fi, but now it's popping. Like, everybody likes sci-fi now, and who thought about that in the beginning? Nobody, because it's way outside the box. And now, who knows? Be creative, and who knows where it'll take you.
It's how you express yourself. It's like, I mean, people express themselves in different ways. I make music, you do photography. Cavada, he does this Photoshop stuff. What could you use it for? I mean, that's your passion. You could take it wherever you want it. I mean, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take it around the globe and perform everywhere. My creativity, music, yeah.
And another thing that helped me with my creativeness is when Cavada took us down to Adobe and we got to use a lot of their products and see what they were doing actually on the computer in different works. And there's a lot of different effects that I like in one of my films that we've never seen before is, like, we used a green screen and we put words in the background and they had different positive sayings on them. And when we took it to Adobe to do it, there were several other schools there, and the kids in their multimedia programs have never seen what we did, and they were just like, how did you guys do this? Can you show us how to do this? That was really creative. How'd you do it? And we were just loving it because we're the only group to think of it out of all the groups that were there, and there were like over a dozen groups. So it made us feel really good about ourselves, and that was something Cavada showed us how to do that we've never experienced before.
All right, my name is Kyle Williams, and I am a lecturer in design here at Stanford's Design School. I was trained in design here through the master's program in design, and also have a master's in sustainability from the Yale School of Forestry and Environmental Study. So I think it's a little bit, I'll let Eugene talk about this a little bit more. One is that creativity is a series of behaviors. It's not necessarily this innate thing that you have, but a thing that you learn how to do. But I think there is a little bit of discovering how does your creativity express itself, and what area are you most creative? Is it about painting? Is it about film? Is it about music? Is it about bringing groups together in an interesting way? And that, to me, it seems like it's a little bit like archaeology or digging for treasure. You have all these different things that you do. You have all these different possibilities, and you really won't know until you dig in, you get under the surface and actually have some experience there, and work on a real world problem and get into a situation where you're forced to think of something new or take on a problem that you haven't taken on before, talk with people that you haven't talked to, that you actually start to realize, okay, yeah, this is what's resonating with me. This is the place that I get excited about. These are the things that I want to work on. So in that sense, it's not something that you can just sort of sit back and think your way to, or imagine your way to, or hope your way to find it, but something you actually have to go out and experience, and through that experience and living it, you uncover it and learn more about your own. I can't speak for everyone, but I think for me, being a creative thinker, learning how to think creatively, the main thing that it gives me is confidence. Confidence that no matter what problem I bump into, I'll be able to find an interesting solution to it. Confidence that no matter who I need to interact with or who I need to serve, what constituency I'm working with, I can connect with them and I can understand them. Because I've been in situations before where, okay, here's this crazy problem and here's this group of people that you need to work with that you don't know anything about. And then within a very short time, I've been able to learn a lot about those group of people, connect with them in a very important way, and find a problem that they have that I can actually have a solution for, build that solution quickly and make a difference for them. Having done that a couple times in different areas, in different contexts on different problems, I now feel like I have the power, given the time and space to work on it, to do that in almost any context on almost any problem. And so that just deep, strong sense of confidence, I think, is the thing that thinking creatively gives to me.
My name is Eugene Korsensky, and I am a lecturer here at the Stanford Design Program. And when I went to college, I went to Williams College, and I majored in studio art and art history. I think, first of all, I think creativity is a set of behaviors. And when you act creatively, there are certain kinds of things that you do. And these behaviors can be really large scale, like you can, paint the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel. That's a great big act of creativity. But I think most of the kinds of creativity that we experience in our daily lives are really small acts of creativity. The way in which you pack your lunchbox, and how you tie your shoes, and how you write your name on the cover of your notebook, and the way in which you say hello next time you meet somebody. All of these are little tiny opportunities to do something interesting and novel and unexpected. And all of these are little opportunities to exercise your creative muscles. And they can happen at home or at work or in school or everywhere. The key is just to be able to see those little opportunities around you to do something a little unexpected and a little different every day. So often the kinds of creative risks that we take around here have to do with making large, ambitious somethings. So one day, a couple of my friends and I decided that we want to build a large inflatable bubble that we're going to use as this huge kind of dome in which to hold a classroom, where we're going to have all these kids playing with popsicle sticks and pom-poms and build stuff. And so we actually got all the plastic sheeting and ironed it together and built this huge 40-foot plastic dome. And we got this large fan, and it was going to inflate the thing. And then when we went to go set it up outside, the wind started blowing it all over the place. It was kind of rolling away, collapsing, and we started using ropes to tie it down, and the whole thing completely failed. And by the way, somebody said, you're not allowed to have children in there. The whole thing is a big choking hazard. It's like those dry cleaning bags that tell you don't let kids near this ever. But the key there for us was not being disappointed and sad about the fact that we took this big creative leap and it totally failed, but rather seeing that failure as a learning opportunity to do something interesting and different next time.